Dear students, today I am going to discuss the topic data conversion. So here it falls under module 3. Okay. The sequence is as follows: analog to digital conversion ADC. Under that I am going to discuss three ADCs. First one is successive approximation, second flash or parallel ADC, encoding ADC, and third one is single slope and dual slope integration ADC. Next bit is the digital to analog conversion. So here I am going to discuss about two DAC. First one is weighted register DAC, and second one is 2R ladder DAC. The data conversion. So here the data it will be converted from analog to digital and digital to analog. Both are required. Okay. So yes, we know that the majority of the sensors are giving a analog output. So that analog will be we are connecting to a microprocessor or microcontroller or computer. Okay. So it receives a digital form. So hence the analog form need to convert into digital form. Okay. So similarly the most of the actuators operates with analog inputs. Okay. So in such cases what it is required, the digital form will be converted into analog form. Okay, hence the both analog to digital converter and as well as digital to analog converters are required. Okay, so here this is the process. Okay, ADC process. First I am going to discuss about ADC, then after that I will go for DAC, digital to analog converter. Okay, let us start with ADC. Okay. Analog to digital conversion process changes the sampled analog voltage into digital form. Okay, so analog voltage into digital form. This process will be follows two steps. First one is called quantizing and second one is called coding. Okay, first what it will be does, it will be quantizing the continuous analog into a set of discrete output states. Okay, yeah, shown in the figure. If you are looking to this figure, the analog form it will be discretized, and second one is coding. It is assignment of digital code. Okay, some word or number it will be, each output state it will be assigning, means it will be coding, it will be done in the form of digital. Okay. So let us, this is the figure waveforms. So it will be shown analog signal and sampled pulses. Second figure B, and C is sampled signal and sampled and held signal as shown in D. Okay. So here the procedure of conversion, analog to digital conversion, involves the sample and hold circuit. Okay, and that it will be given to the analog to digital converter. What is sample and hold circuit here means? I put here one sentence. The sample and hold circuit is an analog device that samples or captures, takes the voltage of a continuously varying analog signal and holds its value at a constant level for a specified minimum period of time. Okay. So the resolution already I have discussed in earlier. So resolution means can be found of in a converter is the number of bits used to digitally approximate the analog value of the input. I repeat here, the converter, analog to digital converter, is the number of bits used to digitally approximate the analog value of the input. Okay, the number of possible states n is equal to the number of bit combinations that can be output from the converter, that it will be expressed as n is equal to 2 raised to n. Okay, if you can put it as an ADC, it is 4 bit, 8 bit, 10 bit, so that you will come to know that the number of possible states n, okay, so that it will be expression is given here, n is equal to 2 raised to n, so where n is the number of bits. Okay, so here I am going to discuss about the first one is successive approximation ADC. So here it will be designed based on the number of different principles. Okay, let us first one I will discuss. Okay, So yes, we know that the successive approximation ADC is a type of analog to digital converter that converts a continuous analog waveform into a discrete digital representation, okay, via binary search through all possible quantization level before finally converging upon a digital output for each conversion. Okay, so here this is the circuit diagram which it will be given here, the figure successive approximation analog to digital converter. Okay, so here with the one example I will explain, because in a textbook it is not given the example, only it will be given this figure. Okay, and he is concluded these sentences. Okay, to understand the sentences we need to go for one example so that we can understand the circuit. Okay, the operation of the successive approximation. Here this is the one example I took, and I'm going to explain. Before explanation, just let us overview on the diagram what are the things are connected. First one is the comparator. Okay, comparator has here the inverting and non-inverting terminals. Okay, so analog input VA and VD. Okay, and successive approximation registers. Okay, SOC and EOC. Okay, we will not go for more elaborated way, because what it is there, only textbook or only figure is given and you have to write the operation. Okay, start of conversion SOC and end of conversion. So it will be clock little elaborated, means it will be more this one. So I am not explaining the SOC and EOC how it will be there. Okay, so the just you remember here that the SOC is start of conversion and EOC is end of conversion. Okay, so next what it is that it will be given to the DAC. Okay, so in between there will be a MSB and LSB. Okay, MSB stands for most significant bit, and while LSB stands for least significant bit. Okay, so I repeat here, the say it is left hand side. Okay, MSB is there. Okay, right hand side it will be LSB is there. Okay, now it will be given to the DAC. It means what? The MSB and LSB are the digital bits. Okay, that it will be given to the DAC. So what it will be does, digital to analog conversion it will be does, and it will output will be given to the input to comparator VD. Okay, let us assume that the MSB is initially set to 1. Okay, now I am explaining the working, how it will be works. Okay, so the MSB is initially set to 1. Okay, assume that 4-bit ADC. So if it is set to the 1, means the remaining 3 bits are 0, 0, 0. So the total it will be becomes what? The MSB 1, remaining 3 bits are 0, 0. So hence it becomes 1, 0, 0, 0. Okay, and now VA analog input, assume that it is 11 volt. Okay, if the VA is 11 volt, okay, that it will be comparator, it will be given, and it will be comes to the successive approximation register, and it will be coded, and it will be comparing with the 1000, because MSB is put 1 initially and it will be comparing. So now the 1000 is the equivalent is 8 volt. Now it will be comparing with 11 volt, right? VA is 11 volt. 11 volt is greater than VD. I hope it is clear. Okay, VD is what? VD is the that it will be converted digital to the analog conversion. Okay, how much it was earlier? Digital 1000. Okay, that is 8 volt. I hope it is clear, right? So now what it will be happens, VA is equal to 11 volt greater than VD, because VD is 8 volt. Now what next step? The VD will be next bit it will be set to the 1, and keeping as it is as the first bit. Okay, I repeat here, first bit it will be keeping as it is, because it is less than the 8 volt is less than 11 volt, hence it will be keeping the first bit 1 itself, and next bit it will be goes to the making 1 high. So now the voltage will be becomes 1100. Okay, 1100. So 1100 is nothing but 12 volt it is. Okay, now it will be comparing again 11 volt. Okay, 11 volt, and VD will be becomes 12 volt. So VD will be greater than the input analog voltage 11 volt. So what it will be does, now the second MSB is set to 0 because VD is greater than the analog voltage 11 volt, hence second MSB is set to 0 and next MSB will be set to the 1. Okay, so what it will be becomes, VD is now 1010. Okay, so here I repeat, here the second bit it will become 0. Why means because the VD voltage will be 12, hence so that it will become 0 and next it will be set to the 1, and again 1010 is correspondence to the 10 volt. Now again it will be checks the VD and the VA analog voltage. So what it will be happens, 10 volt is less than the 11 volt, hence what it will be does, the third bit it will be keeps as it is 1 and next bit it will be set to the next bit it will be set to the high, means 1. So now the value it will be becomes 1011. So now finally 1011 is nothing but what it is 11 volt. So now VA equal to VD, so conversion will be stops. So here the analog will be converted into the digital form. I hope everyone will be understood. It means nothing but a successive, it will be takes one after one, it will be takes the values and it will be checks. If the value it will be less than the analog value, then it will be set to the 0. If it is the if the VD is less than the analog input, then it will be set to the 1. I repeat here, VD is less than compared to the VA analog, then it will be set to the 1. And reverse manner, if the VD is 11 volt analog voltage is greater than VD, then it will be set. So here the little bit, okay, I will conclude here, just a moment. Okay, here I will conclude. If the VA analog voltage is greater than VD, then MSB it will be set to the 1 and next MSB it will be setting to the 1, keeping as it is. The first MSB it will be keeping as it is. Okay, and if VA is less than VD, I repeat here, if VA is less than VD, what it will be does, it will be making the 0 and next bit it will be making high. Okay, this process will be successful, it will be continuous and till VA equal to VD. Once VA equal to VD, it will be stops, and what the digital output we got, it is equivalent to the analog input. Okay, so here this is the only circuit diagram is given as I explained with one example. Okay, so here it is a fast in operation, it has high resolution. Okay, it is less expensive. These are the advantage also we can say. Okay, and working is explained here. Okay, so here little bit I am facing to explain. If it is board work means it will be clear. Anyhow, try to understand. Okay, okay. So next one is the flash analog to digital converter. Flash. So here the number of registers are used. Okay, so and comparators. Okay, logic gates, the output it will be given to digital output. Okay, so here also I will go through another one circuit so that it will be easily we can understand so how it is arranged. This is the one circuit I put. So here analog voltage is applied to the non-inverting terminal of all comparator. Okay, using a single line. Reference voltage is applied to inverting terminal of comparator using divider circuit. So here the reference voltage is applied with the divider circuit. Okay, the voltage will be dividing. Each comparator produces digital output in the form of 1 or 0. I repeat here, the number of comparators are used, it will be gives the output in the form of 1 or 0. If unknown analog voltage is greater than reference voltage, okay, I repeat here, if unknown analog voltage is greater than reference voltage, comparator produces high logic. Okay, so if analog voltage is less than reference voltage, then comparator produces low logic. Okay, so it's nothing but 0. So this is the basic principle it is used here. If the unknown analog voltage is greater than the reference voltage, okay, so the comparator produces high logic. If analog voltage is less than reference voltage, then comparator produces low logic, that is 0. Thus all parallel comparator produces a digital representation of analog voltage in the form of 0 and 1. These output comparators are then applied to the first encoder. Encoder converts to those zeros and ones into binary number and produces digital binary output. Okay, so this is the basic working of this flash ADC. Okay, here so this is simply here it is sentence it will be used here, concluded this sentence is, okay, a reference voltage is applied to a ladder of resistors so that the voltage applied as the output is to the each comparator is 1 bit larger than its size. Then the voltage applied to the previous comparator in the ladder. Thus, when the analog voltage is applied to the ADC, all the comparator for which analog voltage is greater than the reference voltage of the comparator will give high output. Okay, it will be gives a high output, and those for which it is less will be gives a low voltage. This is the basic principle. Okay, so the which analog voltage is greater than the reference voltage, all the comparators will be gives a high output, and remaining it will be gives a less low voltage. High means it is 1 and remaining is remaining low means it will be gives a 0. So hence the finally it will be encoded. Okay, so here next one is the third one is the single slope or ramp ADC. This is the block diagram. Okay, so here the comparator and gate and counters are used, and the ramp generated it will be compared with the comparator with analog input. Okay, so a ramp analog to digital converter involves an analog voltage which is increased at a constant rate and hence called a ramp voltage. Why it is called ramp means it will be increased at a constant rate and is applied to a comparator where it is compared with the analog voltage. Okay, the ramp generation, what it will becomes voltage, it will be compared with the analog input voltage. The time consumed by the ramp voltage to increase to the value of sensor voltage will depend on the size of the sampled analog voltage. So if you are looking to the here graph, so ramp voltage and time voltage versus time it will be plotted here. If you are looking to the ramp, so it will be takes the time comparing with the analog input. So with help of this, the time consumed by the ramp voltage to increase to the value of the sensor voltage will be found, and it will be gives the to the counter. Okay, the gate it will be allows the pulse and counter will be counts, and it will be gives a digital output. So digital output it will be gives. Okay, when the ramp voltage starts, once again I will conclude here. When the ramp voltage starts, it means the ramp voltage generator it will be starts. Okay, analog input it will be given, a gate is opened. So here the clock it will be there, continuously clocks will be comes, and gate it will be opened and which starts a binary counter counting the regular pulses from a clock. So counter it will be starts counting. Okay, how much pulse it will becomes when the two voltages are equal. Two voltages nothing but the ramp voltage and the analog inputs are equal. The gate closes and the word indicated by the counter is the digital representation. So what it will becomes here counter, that it will be digital outputs. Okay, so here the counter is the digital representation of sampled analog voltage. Okay, so these are the advantages. So the limitation is very slow, and the converter has excellent noise reduction because internal action average out random negative and positive contribution over the sample plate. Okay, just you have to go through this. Next one is the dual ramp ADC. Dual ramp ADC. So here the type of compared to the single ramp converter, it is more common use. Okay. So here the analog input voltage and the reference input voltage are successfully connected. So here there will be one switch is there. Okay. So that switch it will be successfully, means one after one it will be connect. Okay. The analog input voltage and the reference input voltage are successfully connected to the integrator with the help of a switch. Okay. So the fixed voltage is integrated for fixed sample of time. So here what it is there, the integrator it will becomes, and the fixed voltage is integrated for a fixed sample time. The integrated value is then discharged at a fixed rate, and the time to do this is measured by a counter. So what it is there, here it will be allowed from 0 to the peak overflow till the fixed voltage is integrated for a fixed time. I repeat here. Here the fixed voltage is integrated. Okay. The fixed voltage from 0 to overflow till it will be integrated for a fixed sample time. Now the integrated value is then discharged at a fixed rate, and the time to do this is measured by a counter. So how much time it will be takes to discharge of this voltage, so that it will be measured by counter. The count is then measure of the analog input voltage. The count what it will be represent, the counter what it will be represent, it's directly proportional to the what input voltage you are applied. Okay, so this is the dual ramp ADC. Okay, so next bit is multiplexer. Okay, so yes, already you come across this multiplexer. Multiplexer is nothing but what, it is essentially an electronic switching device which enables each of the inputs to be sampled in turn. Okay, so here the multiplexer is a circuit that is able to have inputs of data from a number of sources. So here the source means there will be a number of inputs are there. By selecting any input channel, give any output from just one of them. So it will be gives only one output. Okay. In application where there is a need of measurement to be made at a number of different locations, rather than use a separate ADC and microprocessor, what they will do, they will go for each measurement. They are using the multiplexer can be used to select each input in turn and switch it through a single ADC and microprocessor. Okay. So this is the block diagram multiplexer. Okay, the arrow mark it will be shows the inputs, signal conditioner are used, and that it will be given to the multiplexer, and sample signal it will becomes to the ADC, and finally we will get one digital output. Okay, so here one digital multiplexer is shown. Okay, so if you are looking to this, two AND gates are used, one OR gate is used. Okay, so there are two channel multiplexer because here two inputs we can give digital data input. Okay, so here two AND gates, one OR gates are used. Okay, so the logic level applied to the select input determines which AND gate is enabled, so that its data input passes through the OR gate to the output. Okay, so here if you are the explanation is not given how it will be works. Okay, just you can analyze here the digital data input. Okay, so if digital data it will becomes 1. Okay, and it is very difficult to explain here. Anyhow, the as you know that and both and gate upper and lower I will say here. Okay, upper and lower I will say, so that you can understand. A1 and A2 we can say upper or lower. Okay, so here if the both the inputs are high, then only it will be AND gate, it will be gives a high. Okay, so the second lower AND gate is connected through one NOT gate, so that what it will be happens here, if this it will be becomes upper one will be becomes 1, whereas in down lower one AND gate it will becomes 0. Okay, so here the depending upon the switch, we can get the output. Okay, so here I conclude that and the using this multiplexer we can use 2 input and we can go for the single output. Okay, so just you have to analyze here that the switch it will be digital data input. Okay, so there we have to give 1, and below lower end you have to give 1, and the reference voltage will be lower one will becomes 0 because 1 0 not connected, above is 1 1. So AND gate it will be gives above 1, lower one will be gives 0. So the input to the OR gate is the from the above gate 1 it will becomes, and the lower gate it will becomes 0. So OR gate is nothing but what, if any one input is high, then output will be high, so that we will get the output high. Okay, so like that you have to analyze. Second, so this is the information related to the digital multiplexer. Okay, next one is digital to analog conversion. Okay, so far I have discussed about the ADC, analog to digital conversion. Now reverse process we can say that digital to analog. Okay, under that I am going to discuss about 2. Okay, so here this is the weighted register. There are 2 I am going to discuss about the DAC. One is the weighted register digital to analog converter, and the one is R2R ladder. Okay, so the let us first one I will discuss. So here the reference voltage V reference is connected to the register by means of an electronic switches which respond to binary 1. Okay, so here the electronic switches MSB to the LSB are used. So V reference is applied. Okay, depending upon the digital, here you are giving the digital input and you are getting the output as an analog. I repeat, here we are giving the digital input to the electronic switches, and that it will be converted to the analog. Okay, so now here different resistors are used. If you are looking to the here okay, R by 8, R by 4, R by 2. Okay, so different value of resistance are used. V reference you are applied here. Okay, so the here depending upon the digital input MSB to the LSB. Okay, so you can say that LSB to the least significant bit, MSB is most significant bit. Okay, depending upon the V reference. Okay, V reference it will be turns on. For an example, MSB 1000 means MSB it will be turns on, and what voltage is there, that it will be goes to the comparator. It's mean if it is 101 is there, means the switch electronic switch 1 MSB, and in between R by 4 it will not activate because it is 0. R by 2 it will be activated. Like that it will be the input will given as in a digital form, and it will be converted to the analog form. Okay, the values of input resistance depends on which bit in the word. That is a very important, because the resistance value what it will be is there, it depends upon the what analog values, and which bit in the word switch is respond. Okay, to the value of the resistor for successive bits from the LSB being a whole. Hence the sum of the voltages is weighted. Okay, so the finally the depending upon the digital digital input, the all the sum of the voltage is weighted. Okay, here it is summing amplifier, so that it will be summing and it will be gives a analog voltage. Okay, such system is referred as a weighted resistor network, because the resistors not has the same value. Here it will be weighted with respect to the voltage, what we reference voltage, hence it is called weighted resistor network. So here the limitation of the weighted resistor network is that accurate resistance have to be used. Okay, because the resistance should be has accurate value, so that it will be gives the correspondence annual voltage, V reference voltage. Okay, so they have to be used for each of the resistor, and it is difficult to obtain the required wide range of such resistor. Okay, so here such these forms of DACs tends to be limited to 4-bit conversion only. It is limited to the only 4-bit conversion. Okay, so next one is R2R ladder. So here what the problems which it is there in the weighted resistor we are overcome here. How means we are using only two types of resistor. One is R resistance and the other one is 2R. Okay, the version overcomes the problem of obtaining accurate resistance over a wide range of values. Only two values being required here. One is R value and the other one is 2R value. The output voltage is generated by the switching sections of the ladder to either the reference voltage or 0 volt according to the whether there is a 1 or 0 in the digital input. So here the electronic switch is activated by input signals. Okay, so 1 0, if it is 1, depending upon the digital input it will be activated. Okay, and finally the summing amplifier it will be sums and it will be gives a correspondence analog output voltage with respect to the what digital input you are given. Okay, I repeat here, whatever the input you are given a digital form, it will be converted into, conversion is done in analog form. Okay, so here this is the last bit, last block diagram. Here it is what, where how the ADC and DACs are used. Okay, the figure shows computer control hardware illustrating the role that analog to digital converter and digital to analog converters plays in a mechatronic control system. Okay, this is a block diagram. It will be shows a mechatronic control system where you are using the analog ADC, analog to digital converter and digital to analog converter. So here analog voltage signal from the sensor, example thermocouple, whatever the sensor, it will be gives analog. For an example, it is given here thermocouple is converted to the digital value, analog to digital value, and it will be feeding to the computer. Okay, as earlier when in first slide I have explained, because the analog to the digital form is required, because before feeding to the computer or microcontroller or microprocessor it is required. Okay, so here it will be digital form, it will be given to the computer. Now computer uses this value in a control algorithm. So here we are putting there some algorithms what to do. Okay, that algorithm it will be works, and the computer outputs again it will be in the digital form. Okay, so from the digital to the analog we have to convert again back, because the actuators are working with analog signals. So here the actuator is nothing but an electric motor, we can say, to cause change in the system being controlled. Okay, so here I conclude that the analog to digital converter and digital to analog converter both are required, okay, for this control process. Okay, right. So I conclude with today what I discussed. Just I will overview. I will go to the first slide. Okay. Just a moment. Okay, so here today I have discussed about the successive approximation ADC, flash or parallel encoding ADC, single slope ADC. Okay, all these three analog to digital conversion I have discussed, and next digital to analog conversion. Okay, here I discussed the weighted resistor DAC and R2R ladder. Okay, apart from this I have discussed about the multiplexer. Okay, and there is one last one block diagram where the both analog ADC and DACs are used. Okay, with this I conclude. Okay, thank you, have a nice day.